Good afternoon, Jackie. Yeah, the original and finest, former world #1. He could play a bit, you know. Gerwyn Price looked really good yesterday. Had to dig deep to account for Gabriel Clemens, who he said, in his opinion, is by a distance the best German player in the world. And it took an 11-darter in the final deciding leg to account for him. And Gerwyn, on his 35th birthday, was mighty happy about that. Dancing Dimitri, there he is, 10 years younger, 25, the Belgian dream maker, came through against the very plucky Irishman Kyle McKinstry. Good game that, 10-8. And Kyle, I was talking to him afterwards, he has absolutely loved every moment here this weekend.
He certainly has, and he's performed pretty well. In that match there, he missed, if I remember, 3 darts at double 16 to go 5-0 ahead on Dimitri. 4-1, and then Dimitri came back to him, and Dimitri eventually got over the line 10-8.
Well, he was kind of, I mean, Dimitri they call the dream maker, but it was Kyle who was living the dream. His first televised tournament with the PDC. But we will see now of this one. Gerwyn Price, favourite, of course, with our tournament sponsors. And that is, well, what was that?
That's like
how do you describe that one, Alan?
That's like my first dart.
121.
Second two weren't too shabby, were they? If things are a bit laid back here in the early stages, I think a few of the crowd last night were well and truly rocked.
60.
There was a Queen tribute band, Platinum Queen, who were getting them boogieing, head shaking, you name it. And I think a few of them had just a couple of beers through the course of the day.
100.
Yes, they come here all weekend to enjoy the tournament, the venue, the entertainment here. That's why it's so popular.
125.
They love their darts, and they love to have a good time while they're watching it.
Record between these two, 7-3 in Gerwyn's favour. He's won 5 of the last 6,
100.
including in the group stages of the Grand Slam, where he ran out a 5-2 winner. So those of you who like to take a bit of form on how
100.
you think it's likely to pan out, it looks on paper as though this is going to be a Gerwyn match, but you never know.
50.
Well, he's definitely the favourite from, well, just courtesy of his ranking. But the way he's been playing over the last 18 months or so, certainly getting the 2 Grand Slams under his belt, Players' Championship events, European Tours, and one of them was recently.
Yeah, he comes into this having won the last 2 weekends, didn't he?
That's right.
Oh, hello, double 5 for a 130 opening leg.
125. Dimitri by 82.
It's a strange one, that on the 130. You hit the treble and you're almost, in the back of your mind, you think it's 20 bull. You hit the treble and it stops you in your tracks just slightly.
Tops.
62.
That's a big miss as well.
It's like Gerwyn's first dart in the 1.
Bit of early match rustiness from the 2. Right, double 2. It's had 16 darts so far, and 17 completes it.
Gerwyn Price. Second leg, Dimitri to throw first. Game on.
Yes, a chance for both there.
Let him off there a bit, Dimitri, didn't he?
100.
Yes, he was a long way off the tops. And when you're playing at this level against the top players, those small chances are the ones that you have to take when you look back how the game went. Those are quite significant moments, although early in the encounter.
100.
Another loose visit.
Yeah, it's probably taken a couple of legs to get into the full swing, but you know, they have been playing all weekend, practicing this morning.
First to 10, remember, at this stage in that Belgian Darts Championship, which Gerwyn won last week.
100.
Dimitri was eliminated at the last 32 stage. Twice in years gone by, a PDC World Youth Champion.
120.
Good composure there after that second one bounced out. He didn't stop back and shake his head. I wonder why it had fallen out. He carried on with the throw, leaves himself 41. Good leg from Dimitri here.
He wants to polish it off though, because Gerwyn only needs the one treble in that 130.
Well, he missed the 130 in the first leg, didn't he?
He did.
Double five.
Now this is an important one.
Good dart.
Well, both players now settled in their throw.
121.
It'll be absolutely rammed in here later on
100.
as this terrific weekend reaches its conclusion. Knowledgeable crowd, fun crowd as ever down here in Minehead.
Yes, we find that, don't we, when we bump into the fans around the arena. Selfies and just saying hello, really, most of the time. Just really enjoying the atmosphere here at this event, and certainly the ones who have not been here before really do express how good it is. You haven't been, you've got to get here.
Yes.
96.
If you like your darts, this really is one of the places you have to be. And they come from all over the country. A lot of Welsh supporters here cheering on Gerwyn Price and Johnny Clayton.
Yes, they'd love an all-Welsh final, wouldn't they?
Double 12. How about that? 144, Gerwyn Price.
Marvellous.
Splendid. Hurrah.
Great to get a big finish under your belt early in the match. And also to get a maximum.
First of the match going to Dimitri.
140.
Not the shabbiest response. I wonder if we're going to have 9-darter number 51 here at the
99.
main arena today. Crowd would go bonkers if we saw another one.
Absolutely. It was great. I was in the room actually when Johnny hit his. And once he got that second maximum, all the crowd was on the edge of the seats and you could just feel it generating the noise dart by dart as we progressed to the 9th into the double 12.
I love that response he gave to Dan Dawson when he said, have you watched it a bit? He said, oh, only 300 times.
132. 141.
He's brilliant, isn't he? Absolutely brilliant.
141. 9 darts to this point.
Triple 13 last dart. There we go.
Michael van Gerwen's had a 170 here this weekend.
It's amazing how many times players leave that
98.
big finish just in case. If it does go in, it doesn't half generate some noise in the auditorium. They love to see the 170.
Nice stuff from Dimitri. 2 out of 4.
Yeah,
and squaring up the match again.
Yeah, it's a nice little match going ahead here. Both players averaging 100.
89.
With one maximum, a 144 finish, 2 apiece. Could this be another? Number 2 for Dimitri.
Break at the end of this leg. Dimitri would love to just nick a little break of throw.
Despite hitting that maximum, you've got to continue scoring, and if he doesn't hit much here, almost your opponent feeds off it as well, thinking, well, he's hit a 180, I'm behind here. All of a sudden, he's hit a bad score. If you get a good one, you're back in it or in front.
As we're about to see.
There we go.
140.
You don't get too many opportunities against the real elite, and when those chances come, you have to capitalise.
Oh, what a good visit that one. Really is. 152, but depending on what Price gets here, they may not even get a shot at it, but that's a poor second dart there from Gerwyn.
They go to the 18s.
45. Dimitri 152.
Leaves the 170, as I mentioned earlier.
Indeed. 152 Bergh then for the break of throw. Realistically, he may have 6 darts at this.
56. Gerwyn,
Okay,
170.
left a 2 darter. but in his mind, he'll probably think he'll need to take it.
Dimitri, you require
You
96.
may be right. 96 then. This for the break of throw. First time to get a significant advantage in the match. Oh dear. Treble 19. That would have left double 19, but not to be.
68.
So Gerwyn with the darts.
74.
Well, should be one dart if you can hit the single. Yep. Tops for 3-2 at the break.
Nicely done. Finishing had been good, but Bergh had chances again, which he didn't take. Gerwyn 3 out of 4 on the doubles and getting his nose ahead. 3-2 at the first interval.